any issue, will not solve any problem for Nigerians. You need to do, if you cannot address the issue of the rising cost of food, food prices, and then the cost of transportation that also adds to it, then there is no way you can beat your chest and say you are doing something on behalf of the people. So they had no choice. They have a policy, and that policy endangers local production of some of these products, rice production, egg production, poultry production, and all of that, because you must be able to protect your indigenous industries and allow them to grow. You understand? Because the more you patronize foreign-made goods, you are providing employment for other countries.
Because I was about to go that in the situation whereby we have issues with unemployment in the country.
Yeah.
We have issues with a lot of things, and now the government has lifted ban on items like frozen fish, poultry, palm oil, etc. These are the things that we can produce, and get done with here, and people get employed.
Unfortunately, they are not producing enough, and then they, perhaps in order, because some of this crisis, economic crisis that we are going through now, this poverty and the difficulty of people to feed themselves, we create social tensions. Social tensions, when it gets to the peak, can create social instability, and then the government will be in trouble, and so that's why so it's between the devil and the deep blue sea. Any decision we take will have dire consequences.
All right, let's open the phone lines, because we'll be wrapping up the show quite early today. 09162011053 or 0905-668-1053. Those are the numbers to call. Let's share our thoughts as regards the stories we've looked into this morning. We've discussed into this morning. But Achike, I want to ask you, do you understand the logic behind allowing of access to Forex for these 43 previously banned items?
Oh, well, it's also going to put, that's what I say, it's between the devil and the blue sea. Everything they, with regards to this, will have consequences and negative consequences too, because it's going to put more pressure on the Forex. Okay,
hello, good morning, Fresh FM Lagos.
Good morning, Kevin.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Wale, calling from VI.
Okay, Wale from VI.
I greet your grace.
Yeah, Wale, good morning.
Yes. Okay, there are so many things to talk about, like you have narrated. There is no complaint about the CBN lifting. I think it's a short-term measure.
Okay.
To curtail this. Yes. Because even when this ban was not lifted, all these material, all these things were so expensive. Even the common man could not afford them.
Okay.
So let them not bring that analysis that by lifting it, it will affect the local production.
All right.
What has they produced ever since all these years? That's for that. Okay. And in terms of the corruption, you see, we have three arms of government.
Yeah.
We have the executive, the judiciary and the legislative.
Yeah.
The three of them has not come clean. And that's why I continue to say that the problem of this country is the political class and the elite.
All right, thank you,
Look at the level of corruption going on everywhere. The civil servant, the auditor, or the accountant general, we are talking of over 100 and something billion that's been tried about. We just hear
thank you, Wale, for your take, please.
Yes, that even the judiciary, even that is now the person that the FCC is prosecuting for corrupting about $9 billion. And 74,000 per pound. He's been asked now to return that money to him. Money that is being stolen. Nigerian money that is being stolen from. So no one of them has come clean. The judiciary has not helped matters either. So good morning.
Thank you, Wale. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning, Fresh FM Lagos.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you calling?
Calling from Mushin.
All right, Pastor Samson, quickly, please. 60 seconds.
My own take this morning is just that I just beg the government, as we have always been saying, to be sincere. Sincerity in all aspects of Nigerian, in all areas of Nigerians' lives. Citizens are suffering. We know this. So let all policies, like the CBN is telling us today, we can say it's not that new. Hearing this policy will be taken, that policy will be taken. Let them take the policies and be mindful of the effect it will have on the citizens.
Thank you.
That is when Nigerians will know that government is working. Good morning.
Right, good
and
morning.
God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thanks a lot. Hello, good morning. Fresh FM Lagos.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from, please? Paddy?
This is Mr. Brenda from Ikorodu.
Okay, Benga from
for the kidney
Ikorodu.
item lifted by our government. Are they not be bringing rights from border? Dori Buhari?
Oh, we lost that call. So sorry. Kindly call us back, Benga. Hello, good morning. Fresh Family Girls.
Good morning, my dear sister. Kemi Abi.
Yeah, this is Kemi.
Yeah, Lariola calling from Milano.
All right, quickly, please. What 60 seconds?
My greeting to my analyst.
Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, sir. Yeah, I think this is time for the government to be working under serious pressure. And again, if I thought they are in the air condition, it's time for them to be sweating under condition. Is in bad shape. So any measure they can use, both short-term measure that can address the high cost of commodity, they need to put in place. So they should open border for food. We are not producing enough, and we are not even producing at a competitive price. So let there be food importation, so that they can do whatever, they can put measures in place that can help the local producer to be able to produce at
thank you, Larry.
a competitive price.
Thank you, Larry, for your take. All right. Now let's move to other stories making the front pages of the national newspaper. Do you have a comment to see as regards?
No. The only thing is that maybe Wale, you got me wrong. Of course, I agree with what he said, and then with Larry. Look, the reality is that this is not, lifting the ban on these items is not what the government wanted in the first place. But when things are not working and there is hunger in the land, and then you have no choice, you ask your question. The question is, okay, do we continue with this policy, with its debilitating effect on the citizens, or do we do something, whether short run or whatever, that would at least put food on the table? Because if it continues like this, I'm telling you that sooner than later you are going to have rebellion on the streets. People are hungry and frustrated.
People are really hungry.
Yes.
All right. PDP youth protest. Akeredolu's absence. Issue 3-day ultimatum. This issue with Akeredolu, ever since he got back from his leave, has been going back and forth. It's actually funny, how Governor Akeredolu actually returned home from a 3-month medical leave in Germany and hasn't shown up to, resume duty yet, and has continued to sign bills in absentia.
Yeah. You see, that's why they say when a crime goes unpunished, the heart of the people is filled with rebellion. This is what you are having in this country. Constantly has been abuse of the political process in this country. There is a provision, you understand, that should take care of the absence of a governor for this long. Look, first of all, it's not a good situation that the president that is confronting the governor of Ondo State. He's ill, and so our humanity entails that we show some level of sympathy, with him, because he could have been anybody. So it's such a terrible situation. But governance has to go on, and in a proper fashion. But don't forget that we had this situation with Yaradua, late, Musa Yaradua, when he was ill. Yeah. Even when he was reputed to have died. Some people were running this government in his name, signing budgets in London for a man who was critically ill. How could he have read the budget? But they told us that he had signed it. After it happened, we had the one of Dambaba Sontai, the former governor of Taraba State, who was in a vegetative state, and was being propped up. He was being propped up by his wife and the cabal operating in his government, also to continue with governance of the state, even in the absence of the governor who was clearly not fit. So they were able to get away with it under the Yaradua period, and then the Dambaba Sontai. So if it happens in Ondo State, we would say that it's unfortunate, it's not right, but that there is a history of this abuse of the process. Of course, we wish the governor well. We wish that he recovers. It's unfortunate that his deputy has to face, all of these things. He was accused of course, they all commit crimes. He approved money for himself. It's simply because it's not in the good book of the people that matter. And that's why, because this is what they have always done. But unfortunately, it's on the other side, and then doing what he should not do. So that's just it.
All right, moving on to another story. Akpabio behind my removal from Senate, Abo alleges. Senator Abo, representing Adamawa North Senatorial District, has alleged that his removal from the Senate was facilitated by the Senate President himself for not supporting his emergence as the Senate President. this is very weighty. It's a very weighty allegations, if you will ask me, because and I wonder that shouldn't a Senate president, press charges to clean up his name and show that the court are truly independent in this time, and that many Nigerians are suspicious of the court judgment so far.
Well, I think
at this,
yes, I agree, but I think the Senate president should just ignore him. Let him provide the proof, first of all. But again, I agree with you. The judges have been in the eyes of the storm for quite some time.
Yeah.
And, and I keep on reminding, and I've said it here a few times, when Justice Kayode Esho and Afe Babalola claimed at a time at a conference, a legal constitutional conference, or no, I think a legal, conference somewhere, that judges have become billionaires as a result of election petition tribunal. So what he was saying is that, what they were saying for that to happen is that they are saying that judges are corrupt, and that they are involved in all manners of shady dealings as a result of election petition tribunal, sittings. Now, what we should do really is that, unfortunately, it's a signal, it's a sign that our democracy has not made any serious improvement. We don't want election results being decided by judges who who might not even have participated in the electoral process. You know, but that is what they have been doing all over. So it gives an opportunity and provides an opportunity for some of them to become millionaires and billionaires overnight, because politicians will do anything, to corrupt the process. It's what they have always done. The problem of the crisis of governance that we have in this country today is essentially the political class. They are the ones, and they are the greatest, weakness in our democratization process. I have said this several times, so it's not a new thing. After all, Senator Bukachua stood up at the floor of the Senate and said that he has helped a lot of senators to procure victory at the courts. And then they were trying to shut him down because he had said what he should not have said.
Yeah.
He said some of you benefited. My wife is a judge, and I talked to her, and you people have benefited from it. What was he talking about? Corruption within the judiciary. So it's not an impossibility that this is what is happening. But then again, Akpabio is not a judge.
Let's look at the claim of Abo. Senator Abo's claim. Do you think there could be some element of fact, or is it just being a silent loser because the emergence of the position can tip the balance of power in the Senate House?
No. It's either of the two. I think he's an APC senator losing to the PDP. Akpabio is APC. You understand? So, but for them, it's not about principles. These are politicians are not, governed by any enduring principle. You understand? What they are looking at is power, influence and privilege. That is what matters to them. Even the country does not really matter to them, really, and the plight of the citizens, And so it's possible that Abo is just, chasing after shadows. It's also possible that there's some truth in it, because he said he got intelligence or information from somebody that this is what is happening, and nothing is impossible, really.
Hello, good morning, Fresh Family Girls.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Akiki.
Yeah, good morning, Ambrose, I guess.
We thank God for another day.
Yeah, we give God the glory.
Yes, sir. My name is Sam.
Yeah, Ambrose, can you please move away from your radio?
You said what?
Can you move away from your radio? You turn down the volume.
Okay. Achike.
Yeah.
You said the Senate president should ignore Senator Elisha. You don't know that this country, anything is possible.
No, I have already said so. I said so.
The more you see, the less you see. It's my phone I'm using to listen. So maybe I didn't hear when you were making that submission.
Okay, all right.
Anything is possible based on corruption. The Senate president is ready to use billions to remove somebody who didn't support the Senate presidency. That's how far they can go, because these monies they have them in surplus. Yeah. And they don't need them.
Yeah.
So if you are against them, they will do everything possible. And talking about all of these things, you talked about the president, I think it was in the news how much he used for, was it the UN conference or whatever? Yeah. These are the corruption that we are talking about. And I have said it yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Nigeria is never broke. We have more than enough. When you look at the lascivious spending of these politicians, they want to buy cheap, their style of living. Nigeria is not broke. Our problem is corruption.
Thank you, Ambrose, for your take.
Corruption. We are looking at corruption, and the president is not ready to do anything about corruption. I'm telling you, we will never get out of this until we see corruption.
All right, thank you, Ambrose. Thanks a lot. Hello, good morning, Fresh FM Lagos.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Prince Akeze, calling from Ikorodu.
All right, Prince Akeze, what's your take?
Yeah,
Quickly,
let me
please.
just make it straight. Actually, fine analysis. But the
Thank
truth is, as regards to the 43 band items, the only thing government can do, if government can listen to us, is to ensure they give allocation, that central banks should give allocation to banks. And the brew the chain that they've absorbed back into the system, they should be funded. This government is making money. So you don't need to start the banks, because the truth is, for the past 2-3 months now, banks have not been given allocation. And that is why even from A, from Q, those that want to pay school fees, medicals, and every other thing, they've not been able to have access to dollars at the bank. So everybody's going to the black market. But if the central bank starts funding or start allocating FX to banks and build the change, it will come down. And finally,
all right,
please, if you have a domiciliary account, banks should not give dollar across the counter, even on any of the Western Union or MoneyGram. They should pay naira. That is how we can fight this high rise in exchange rate. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Prince, for your take. Hello, good morning, Fresh FM Lagos.
Yes, I wanted to add something, actually. Can I ask you? I want to ask you a question, very serious question. Can't the government, I have some people abroad, they want to send me money. They send dollars or pounds, and when it comes here, it transforms into naira. Must government give people allocation for dollar here? Can't we also change naira? If it's 10 billion, you change it, you send it, and when you go abroad, you withdraw. That we stop dollarization of in this country. The moment we stop dollars in this country, you will see dollars withdraw.
Thank you, Ambrose.
There are some places in VI now that you have to rent house with dollars.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, in Abuja, these are the problems. They should stop using dollar in this country.
All right, thank you, Ambrose. Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you so much. All right, thanks a lot.
To withdraw money.
Yes, yeah, these are some of the things, and I think that this is what, I think this is what Prince Akeze was also trying to say.
Yes.
You know, to emphasize on the use of the naira in so many of the economic activities that we're engaged in, and then look at even the politicians when they steal, let them steal in naira. You know, because there's always been. No, he came. You are smiling. Stealing by the political class is inevitable. We know this because you know, Transparency International has told us what is going on. But they prefer to steal in dollars and pounds, and this is what they have always done. Somebody just called, Wale, and was talking about the $9.something million that was discovered in the house of a former group managing director of the NNPC, who is saying that the money belongs to him and that the EFCC needs to return that money. Where did they get that money from? How did they get the money? And it is all over. So the politicians, when they are bribing, spending money and bribing people, they don't do it with naira. You are not even going to. They won't even collect if you are giving them naira.
Hello, Fresh FM Lagos. Hello. Yeah, hello.
This is Wale from here.
All right, quickly, Wale, please.
As regards to this effort, you see, gone are the days that when you want to buy something from abroad, it is always expedient that you go through the bank and you open from him. That's the FC, letter of credit. Until when the CBN started the issue of this Aboki FX, that's when the scarcity of dollar started. And dollar started to skyrocketing. It is corruption. We know the right thing. They know the right thing to do. Let them go back to the basis. Let them start this from him. The letter of credit is you. You don't need to even pay dollar. You don't need to. The bank will do it. Interbank through this local commercial bank and CBN. It's always done. They know what to do.
All right.
Good morning again.
Thanks a lot.
The cars that were bought, we read about it. The 100 million, naira for each one.
Sorry, Achike. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. this is a caller from Ogun State.
All right, caller from Ogun State. Quickly, 60 seconds.
I think this issue of the dollar, the exchange rate, our politicians, they are, my opinion, they are the ones creating more of the problem because they transact in dollars and pounds and all these foreign currencies.
Yeah.
They don't give money, they don't give naira to people, and they prefer even keeping their money in foreign exchange to take care of the inflation on the naira. So I think there's hunger in the land. People are hungry, and this palliative of a thing in Ogun State here, you don't understand what's happening. Let them come and
I saw a video.
Well, Kola, you will soon get your palliative because a bag was sent to Ambrose and is it
170 families?
Yeah, 150 families per
a bag.
Yeah, a bag. So some might go home with about 50 grains of rice.
I saw that video and I was like,
oh, there was a video to that effect.
There was a video.
Was that for Ambrose's place or the one in Kwara?
In Ogun State, from Ambrose's place.
Oh, okay.
The man came, I think it's from the landlord association or whatever. He had the bag of rice. He had the bag of rice. I'm not sure the rice is up to.
No, Kemi, don't blame the man. The man did the right thing because the next thing
in his community, there are about 170 or thereabout. How did they expect him to share this rice?
No, the man did the right thing because the next story you're going to hear is that 10 bags of rice came into his house in the night. You understand? So he had to show it in the public space so that nobody will say he took more than he showed them.
Just yesterday, my mom was telling me that the landlord association, they gave her like 1 day of rice and 1 day of my mom. So I said, thank God, mommy, he didn't get it to you.
Yes.
So I can say that palliative got to me. It got to my family. My mom said about 1 day of rice and gari, about maybe 2 cups of gari. So I said, thank God he even got that.
Look, I wouldn't have said this except that Nick talked about it yesterday.
Okay.
He said she was surprised pleasantly by the husband who brought a bag of rice home. And he was asking him, where did you get this from? Where did you get from? So she had to close the curtain. You understand? And she had to close the curtain so that let them not come and rob them. You can imagine we've gotten to a place where you get a bag of rice, you are afraid that people, you are rich, and it is sad. It's sad.
Samuel Jola would say something. He said something sometimes as he say, I just hope we will not get to a point whereby we want to buy what is it? Well, there's this little item you call, and we have to use a Ghana must go and pay.
Oh yeah, Zimbabwe, just like the Zimbabwe currency. We are laughing about it, but this is something. This is something that should induce tears. But sometimes maybe that's the only we can keep saying.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Fresh FM Lagos. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Ola from Ikorodu.
Ola from Ikorodu. All right, quickly, please. What's your take?
Yeah, this palliative issue, it has been on and on since when we are in this government. Not in this government, most of the government. And in the year 2020, during Buhari, the same thing happened to our community here in Ikorodu. They brought a bag, just what they call it, that's half bag of rice to a community, 2 communities for a palliative. This thing has been on. These people, they're just corrupt. They corrupt every day by day. So, the elite, they are the problem, not the poor. They are the problem of this country.
It's sad.
Amen. Yeah. Thank you so much. Our time is fast spent. We'll just take about 2 more calls and I take a round of with this parting shot. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
For local government, Oyewole is my name.
All right, Oyewole, please quickly.
Yeah, good morning, Oyewole. Good morning.
God bless you all.
And you too.
My own take is about these politicians who are just being dollarized everything.
Quickly, please.
I said our politicians.
Yeah.
They are not caring, and they are not what they are doing to us is only God that will judge them. You can imagine that if $100 million of naira can be used to purchase the car, Amazon, whatever of this world, and they see the citizens, they are very, very hungry, and they don't even care about it. It means that they know what they are doing. I believe one day the judgment of God will come upon them. That is what God is very, very sure. If they like, let them repent. If they like, let them not repent. Nigeria is going through a lot.
Thank you so much. Dying. Thank you. Thank you for your take. We need to go. Our time is fast spent. I'm so sorry. We need to end the program quite early today. What's the party shot quickly, Atike?
Yeah. The Zambian president, the video started resurfacing again. The former where he was told to sign for a car that was to be procured for him, vehicles that would be procured for him and members of his government. And he said no. That this money can be used to build boreholes. This money can be used for some schools, provide schools and all that. And then why would he? That all of them, some of them already have cars coming in. Why would they want to buy jeeps and the rest? Now that is leadership.
That is it.
That is responsibility. That is a man who cares. You understand? If only our politicians can also imbibe the same, spirit. But a lot of the politicians, unfortunately, I see in this country, are mercenaries. They are soldiers of fortune. They are just there for what they can get out of the system.
Thanks a lot, Achike, for your time. All right, that's it on the program. Do join Adenike Lane tomorrow for another edition of the program, Freshly Pressed on Fresh 105.3 FM Lagos. Thank you to everyone who called in. Thank you so much, Funky G, keeping it up with me in the studio. My name is Kemi Omoshebi Awudain. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lagos, Nigeria. This is Fresh 105.3 FM.
Don't they find it there? Kiss to financial freedom, so I take now the gateway, answer to your prayer, so